Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about building a fire safety center in our organization. What if there were no way to train entry-level firefighters? Or what if current firefighters didn't have the facilities or the resources to keep up with current training, federal mandates, and future changes like terrorism and hazmat threats to the future? What if the rules and regulations became so strict that current 911 service to your local community would be impacted? Those are some of the issues that we face in our organization, and we're here to discuss plans to develop a local safety center for the City of Oceanside Fire Department. Just recently, we signed a co-op agreement with a local air ambulance company that's going to be relocated at our training center site. Now, in Southern California, there's no secret to the water use restrictions and the droughts that we've been having on record this year. Historically, it's never been drier, and water use and runoff is a huge issue in the fire service. To train firefighters, we need to use water, whether it's at the entry level, whether it's training somebody to operate a fire truck, or to have an incident commander know how those operations are handled inside of a hazard zone. So right now, we're forced with working under strict guidelines that would require us to monitor the amount of water that we use and the water that runs off. The clearest facility that we have available to us currently is approximately 12 to 15 miles outside of our district. It's unreasonable currently to have crews on duty travel that distance and be able to provide adequate 911 service. The local community would certainly be impacted if units were out of our district. Now, those are just training purposes, but another issue that we have is the maintenance and care and also accepting new apparatus as they come in to be pump tested. We have to flow water during maintenance, whether it's on a fire pump or whether it's a major component of a transmission or an engine that's replaced. Testing of that apparatus needs to be done on an annual basis or when any of those maintenance repairs have been performed. Documentation records show that currently our apparatus, due to the water use restrictions, haven't been tested in the past 2 years. So what we want to do is talk to our local government, talk to our leaders within the city and the surrounding communities, district managers to support a local training facility here in the city of Oceanside. What the site should involve with is developing the current property that we operate at our training facility now. There are a number of plans that are made available to us and programs that would deal with water runoff and water use inside of a self-contained drafting pit. Plans are already in place and architecture programs and plans have already been developed to look at the site and see what our options are. The biggest hurdle in this is getting the leadership to understand the capital improvement process and making it a priority within the organization to have some infrastructure built that would accommodate the needs of our city. Now, where are we at size-wise? The city of Oceanside is approximately 42 square miles. We serve approximately 180,000 residents and has a weekend population influx that reaches over 200,000 people on a daily basis. We have over 5 million beachgoers every year that transfer in and out of the city, and that's supported only by 8 fire stations. Within those 8 fire stations, we have multiple truck companies and engine companies that would need a site for the development of future employees and also current employees for the fire department. To pump test all of those engines each year, we're looking at about 4.9 million gallons of water use to adequately pump test these trucks according to the NFPA standards, which is the National Protection Fire Agency on testing fire apparatus within our organization. Why is that important? Well, it actually provides a standard testing procedure that keeps our firefighters safe and the trucks in service to provide service to the community. Since 1998, we recognize that our call volume, which has now reached over 21,000 calls per year, has exceeded our ability to train firefighters on a daily basis. Our slowest fire station is now running between 13 to 15 calls per shift. To take a new employee and expect them to be trained at the basic level with our crews and the amount of call volume and the service needs to the community, it's virtually impossible to take a rookie firefighter and train them to the level that they need to be able to perform good service to the citizens. So back in 1998, we started conducting our own fire academies. Since then, we've ran 10 successful academies and trained over 150 personnel. Now the facilities are being strictly regulated and watched because of the water use problems of both training our firefighters and providing the maintenance necessary to our trucks. A new training facility that would incorporate a drafting pit, a new tower, and a water runoff plan would supplement and fix the problem that we have with training firefighters in the city. We hope that we can support the city leadership with a strategic plan that lays out the future for the next 5, 10, and 20-year needs for the organization to be able to accomplish this task. Funding will be a challenge. We'll be looking at private and public business relationships. We'll be looking at fundraising, and we'll be looking at donations. There's also an opportunity for us to have business partnerships within the local community that could also support funding for a new training center. A lot of work has gone into being creative with funding and financing to get this project approved. We hope that you would support it, as we need to be able to teach our entry-level guys at the most basic level to the advanced level to provide good service and fire protection to the community. Thank you.